And it's a goal kick. We've just over 20 minutes left here for the Dons to get the goal that would surely give them the 3 points. Ball's out again for another throw, which will be taken by Stephen Smith. No sign of any further changes. Still on the bench, Miles Anderson, Nicky Lohan, Jordan Brown and Clark Robertson, the outfield players. Smith down the line, headed on by McGuinness, cleared by Ross Stokely. Back out for another throw. Another wee lull in the game just now, Stephen. It's just
Aberdeen's dropped out a wee bit, David. Inverness, last 5 minutes or so, probably the better side.
Inverness pick it up again. And there's a free kick given against Peter Pollitt this time. Challenge on Cox, I think it was.
What a boost it will be for Peter to get a pre-season under him, Dave. Start of next season, it'll be like getting a new player back, because he was sensational when he first came into the team. The wee niggling injuries has affected his game. If he can get a clear pre-season and get his fitness up, and with him and the young Fraser coming back in as well, it's 2 cracking players you're going to have at the start of the season.
Yeah. Throw in to Inverness Cally Thistle. Stuart Duff to take it. Just about 15 yards from Jamie Langfield's goal line. Nothing on for him. He eventually finds Odiambo. Back to Duff. Duff, good ball into the middle. Headed away by Derek Young. Had to make it. And then missed by Lee Cox. And that might allow Ryan Jack to get onto the ball. That's great play by Gilly, who then tries a shot. And it comes off the top of the bar and goes behind. I tell you what, Kenny Gilly has been quite impressive.
He has in the half, Dave. He's been excellent. He's got a great left foot ruler. I mean, he was second favourite for that. And Ryan's a good tackler. Hardy boy, but he went through him there. And that, what a shot. I was thinking, what's he doing? But it almost creeped in. I don't think Jamie would have expected it at all.
Well, and then a poor goal kick from Jamie Langfield. It goes straight out of play. It's another throw-in. 26.5 minutes now played. Aberdeen 0, Inverness Cally Thistle 0. Inverness in possession with Gilly again. With his right foot, finds Odiambo. Tries to thread it through, finds Rooney. Back it goes. And that's a good interception from Lee Cox's pass by Stevie Smith. And now here's Peter Pollitt with a chance to run. Plays it out to his left. Smith into the middle first time. Maguire touches it on to Shawnee Aluko. He's on his left foot, but there's players in front of him. Out to Milsom. Milsom with his not favoured right foot to Maguire. Maguire from the right tries to flick it up, but gets that one all wrong, and that goes behind. And that will be a goal kick to Inverness Cally Thistle.
A few boos here, Dave. That's disappointing.
I know. It's a
good game.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Chris, he was getting a bit of stick on Monday, but he was still the best player in the park.
Maybe it's just because he's not signed his contract. He's easy game for some of the punters.
Well, I mean, if he is genuinely still thinking about it, that's not exactly going to help him, is it?
Yeah.
As McGuinness gets a touch, but that should be Grant Monroe's. Clears it with his right foot. Headed away by Vujadinovic. Pollitt's in there, but Inverness get it back again. Odiambo intercepted nicely by Vujadinovic, who then goes on a run and plays it to Ryan Jack. Jack nicely out to Derek Young. Young forward to McGuinness. That's good first touch by Big Josh. And then Young does well, plays it out to Aluko wide on the right. He's got 2 players there. Still Shawnee Aluko.
Free kick.
Gets the free kick.
I thought he was a bit fortunate there, to be honest with you, Dave, because he's...
Gilly, it was given against.
Yeah, I think there was no chance he was going to get the ball.
Well, it's a good opportunity. Yeah. Wide in the right, just about 12 yards from the goal line of Ryan Essen. Rob Milsom will whip this one in with his left foot. The in-swinger, over it comes from Milsom. It's a good one. It's punched away by Essen. He got a good punch on it as well. Goes some distance. Picked up by Chris Maguire. He just turns and runs away from Sutherland. Still Maguire. Not a lot on for him. Just plays it short to Ryan Jack. Jack to Aluko, now to Pollitt. Pollitt in his left foot, tries a shot!
Yes!
Peter Pollitt with his first ever senior goal for the Dons, and it couldn't have come at a better time with this game heading towards a 0-0. It was Chris Maguire who started it. The ball eventually fell to Peter Pollitt, who did well, turned away from his defender, and then at a very acute angle beat Ryan Essen. All ends up 29 second half minutes played. Aberdeen 1, Inverness Cali Thistle 0.
Well, I think Peter's been sitting on the bench and watching the guys trying to walk the ball into the net half the time, Dave, but he said as soon as he got a sight of goal there, he just fired it in. Cracking effort, and we were talking about him a couple of minutes ago, what a asset he's going to be next season, but that's a great substitution for Craig Brown, bringing him on, and he bags a goal. And it's a goal that the Dons deserve. They haven't been as good in the second half, but they're still the better side by a mile, and they deserve to be in front, and thankfully they've got that goal. Great effort.
6280 is the crowd as we're now inside the last 15 minutes, and Cali have made another change. Former Don Russell Duncan, who's been told his contract will not be renewed after 10 years in Inverness, is on. Shane Sutherland, the player he replaces, and here is Duncan with his first touch. Doran, that's good challenging by Jack, and now Shawnee Aluko, and Aluko comes away with the ball, then threads it through looking for Chris Maguire. That was almost an excellent ball from Shawnee Aluko there, almost dissecting the two centre halves, but Monroe just did enough. Steve Smith plays it long, and that comes off Stuart Duff, and throw-in is taken quickly. Smith again, now to Maguire. Maguire plays it all the way back. Derek Young there to pick the ball up, and then knocks it to goalkeeper Jamie Langfield. We're not quite at the stage to be showboating, as ball's played long. Again, in goes Milsom, but gives away the free kick. That seemed another fairly innocuous one there. Tokley takes the free kick, cushioned down by Vujadinovic to Smith. Gets the ball on his left foot, ball comes off Ross, and that will be a throw-in for the Dons. Going to be taken by Smith. Down the line it goes, headed up by Ross, away by Tokley. Chested nicely by Rooney, suspicion of hands ball, but nothing given. That ball's threaded through to Odiambo, and that's good play by Xander Diamond, just blocking the shot at the expense of a corner kick.
They're going to come right at the Dons now, Dave, because they've been a bit playing on the break really, but I think they're going to have a right go now. Hopefully Aberdeen don't get too defensive and sit back, just keep doing what they've been doing, because they're putting Cali under a lot of pressure.
Aaron Doran will take it. Again, it'll be an outswinger with the right foot on the right. Over it comes, goes deep. Vujadinovic does well, good header, and in fact ends up a good pass with the header as Kilmarnock 1 Hearts 2. But here's Maguire, still Maguire in a great solo run, then plays it into the middle, looking for McGuinness, and he almost got there. It was Aaron Doran, and
Hibs won, St Johnstone won as well now, Dave.
St Johnstone have scored. Michael, who's managed to get a goal? Is it an own goal?
Probably must be. I'll just check. That's the first goal in 6 months almost.
Yeah, over 1,000 minutes of football.
Craig.
It's Liam Craig gets the goal there, the midfielder. So fourth official, just Matt Northcroft, just speaking to Craig Brown and Archie Knox. Here's Aluko, switches it onto his left foot, tries to get the ball across, and out comes Essen, and he gets there. Peter Pollitt goes down, and it was Stuart Duff. Ryan Essen went up with the ball with Pollitt, and faint claims for a penalty kick, but nothing given. Cleared long by Essen. It's going to be picked up by Rooney. Plays the ball into the middle first time. I don't know why he was doing that. He had time, and that's out for a goal kick for the Dons.
Scatchell, an own goal from Pascali for Hearts gives them the lead, 2-1 lead at Kilmarnock, Dave, after Kelly were leading 1-0.
Well, Jim Jeffries, of course, against his former club, he'll be delighted to get back in that one. Here it's Aberdeen 1, Inverness Cali Thistle 0. We've got 11 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Peter Pollitt with the only goal of the game. played long, cleared by Monroe, picked up by Odiambo. Now Ross back to Duff. Duff forward to Ross. Ross threads it through to Odiambo, who's looked lively since he came on. He's got Stevie Smith running with him. Still Odiambo out to Ross, and that goes behind, and that will be a goal kick. And that was a very ambitious one there from Nick Ross.
Almost sneaked in though, Dave, didn't it? Almost similar to Gillies. Almost just sneaked in.
I think so. I mean, Jamie Langfield would have. There wasn't as much pace on it as the shot from Gillies, so I think Jamie Langfield would have had it well covered.
Let's hope the Dons can see this out, Dave, because they deserve to win this game. It's just you hope that they don't start to get too defensive. I think they could get another goal if they keep going forward.
McGuinness just heads the ball to Gilly by mistake, and it's back though from Steve Smith. That's good blocking by Milsom as Cox tried to play it in. It goes out for a throw-in, will be taken by Stuart Duff. Duff to Odiambo, turns away and gets away from Maguire and Milsom, and then gets away from Ryan Jack. That's good play by Odiambo, knocks it out to Doran on the left. Derek Young goes across to meet him down at the corner flag on that Cali left. Plays it back to Gilly into the middle. Odiambo again with his back to goal. Diamond's with him, back again to Doran. Doran to Odiambo, claims for offside, nothing given, and in the end the cross is an easy one, an easy catch for Jamie Langfield.
Stays like this, Dave, and Hibs Johnson stays the way it is. Dons will move up a place in the table.
Yep, which St Johnstone will be overtaken, which will be part of the job done.
And to within a couple of points, with 3 points of Hibs as well.
Ball's back with Ryan Essen. Played long by Essen. Vujadinovic gets a touch on it, and then helped out by Diamond, who just dives, and then Chris Maguire does really well to keep that ball in play. He then knocks it, it does go out, but having gained half the pitch, that was good play.
He's been excellent again, David. His attitude to the game is he just chases everything down. He works so hard for the team.
That's a mistake by Tokley. Gives the ball straight to McGuinness. McGuinness gets the pass returned there. He's on the left. Still got a fair bit of work to do. Knocks it back to Stevie Smith. Smith into Maguire. Maguire thought about the shot. No, it plays it back to Smith. That was good, clever play into the middle from Stevie Smith. Tokley gets the header away, but again it's picked up by Chris Maguire. Maguire goes in another run with the ball and then knocks it nicely to Derek Young. Young out to Aluko. Aluko faced with Kenny Gilly. Aluko, that's a great turn away from Gilly. Still Shawnee Aluko into the box. Aluko into the middle. Missed by everybody other than Stuart Duff, and that was a wonderful, wonderful run.
But Josh just too eager, Dave, wasn't he?
He was ahead of the ball, and the ball went behind him, but now here's Odiambo, gets away from Xander Diamond. It's end-to-end stuff for this last few minutes. Out it goes to... Into the middle it goes.
Stay in your feet, Xander.
Down goes Odiambo, and
we knew he was going to get down, Dave. That's why I was worried there.
That's cleared, and that's going to be a free kick. It was just trying to see which it was. Doran, was it? That,
I think so, Dave.
That went over there.
Dangerous position as well.
It is a dangerous position now for Inverness Cali Thistle, and it's what, 23, 24 yards
it's
out?
Certainly within striking distance, Dave. But it needed a hell of an effort to beat Jamie from there, but certainly I think he's going to have a go.
Yeah. It will need to be a good effort. It's Doran to take it. It's a congested box here. Over it comes right-footed. That's far too high, and that's that'll do. Can do that.
Yeah, waste a bit of time, Dave.
And time is not on the side of the Highland side. We're 6 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. 1-0 the Dons lead. And it's Jamie Langfield, left foot clearance. Tokely gets the better of McGuinness this time. Picked up by Odiambo, who has done well since he came on. Finds Ross, but that's a good challenge from Milsom. Out for a throw-in, taken quickly to Odiambo. Over it goes from Odiambo, headed away by Xander Diamond.
That's shock. That's very dangerous, Dave.
Well, not sure how much of Stevie Smith's head he got there. Obviously not a lot, because it was a spectacular effort, but poor Stevie Smith was away to head that ball as Odiambo came in with a flying leap. And
dangerous play. He was lucky he didn't get a booking.
Yeah, but Stevie Smith, no hard feelings. He's a fairly tough competitor, the Dons full-back, and Langfield will take the kick. Played long, headed on again.
Offside.
It's offside, flag goes up. But again, McGuinness winning more often in the air than not against Tokely.
He'll give everyone a tough game, Dave, Big Josh, because he's just froze himself at everything. He'll be gutted, the big man. He didn't put that Shawnee chance in the back of the net, because it was a wonderful run from Shawnee down the wing, put it on a plate for him almost, but he just anticipated it too quickly. He's about a foot in front of the ball. Otherwise, it'd been the easiest goal he'd ever scored.
Here's Derek Young, get caught there by Doran, who protests his innocence, but no reason for Derek to go down over there otherwise. Free kick to Aberdeen right in the halfway line. Inside the final 5 minutes, well, in fact almost just 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And it's Derek Young to take the kick himself. Long from Young.
It's all over him there, Dave.
It's Chris Maguire being Grant Monroe all over Chris Maguire, but nothing given. And there's Maguire then shoves Doran over. That'll be a free kick.
It must be frustrating though when you know that a guy's climbing over you like that and the ref standing watching and gives you nothing.
Yeah, free kick taken by Gillet, headed away by the Dons, and out of play it goes, and that will be a throw-in to Inverness Cali Thistle, which will be taken by Gillet. Monroe, long one from Monroe.
Keeper.
And then cleared by Vujadinovic, who I don't think knew where the keeper was. It comes back in, Cox with the header, and that's easy for Jamie Langfield, and he just clutches it, and this might be it's a quick one out, but there's only Josh McGuinness.
Not with the lead, Dave. Just waste a bit of time. 3
minutes remaining. Plus stoppage time. There won't be a lot.
Oh, come on. Tokely's all over Big McGuinness there, and it gives a foul against Josh.
Free kick taken quickly. Forward it goes for Cali down that right-hand side. Out it goes for a throw-in. Still the danger not over. And it's going to be Stuart Duff, the former Don, to take the throw. Looking for Ross. Pollitt just helps that one out, and that will be a goal kick. So, free kick, Clark Robertson about to come on. And it's Shawnee Aluko. And that's just, I suppose, just for the last couple of minutes, just to
more
shore things up.
Clark, than Shawnee is, but Shawnee, another good game from him. His run there was just, there's very few players in the SPL could do that run that he did, that he set up Josh. His skill's unbelievable, and pace when he's in that sort of mood.
Yeah.
You just can't mark him. And Gillies had a good game. They get nowhere near Shawnee then.
Derek Young heads the ball forward. Maguire gets there. McGuinness is in there too, so too's Milsom, but as Russell Duncan almost comes away with it, but Ryan Jack picks up the loose ball.
Good ball.
Jack plays it forward, looking for the run of Chris Maguire. Cross comes Grant Monroe. And Monroe.
Oh, come on.
Again, that was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, surely.
Ridiculous.
As you can probably gather, the free kick was given against Chris Maguire and for Grant Monroe, who looked to be struggling to keep possession of the ball, but Essen takes the kick.
Still no time up yet, Dave.
Yep. And that's another, surely that was a free kick, but offside this time against Josh McGuinness.
Very tight, Dave.
Free kick. Essen will take it. We're almost into stoppage time. Forward it comes Odiambo with his back to go back to Rooney, but the Dons managed to get the ball away. But Rooney dispossesses Stevie Smith, but then it's cleared by Vujadinovic. And now here's Peter Pollitt. Runs away with that's a good ball for Clark Robertson. Nick Ross just takes no chances.
2 minutes, Dave, injury time.
Yeah, we're into the first of them. 5 seconds into those 2 minutes. Matt Northcroft, the fourth official, holding up the board. 1-0 the Dons lead, slender lead, but their dominance has been more than slender. Here's McGuinness, that's a great turn from Josh McGuinness, keeps it in, threads it inside, might come in a shot here from Peter Pollitt again. And that was, he took it well enough first time, but it was easy in the end for Essen. And that's totally all over Nikola Vujadinovic. And that'll be a free kick.
Pushed him right up, Dave, hasn't he, just to try and get something out of him.
Yeah. It was Vujadinovic complaining that some part of Tokley's anatomy thumped him in the coupon, as it were. But the free kick, we're into the second minute of stoppage time now. Inverness with, and the Dons win the throw-in. Inverness with Ross Tokley as a auxiliary attacker. The ball's with Stevie Smith.
Just keep it up this end, Dave. There's only 40 seconds to go.
Clark Robertson does well, finds Smith. Milsom back to Robertson. Again to Maguire. Maguire just
on the ball by Clark, isn't
yeah,
he?
well, it's great play by Maguire. Just runs away, plays the ball into the middle. It's on his right foot. Milsom tries a shot. Took a deflection. Good save in the end from Ryan Essen, but Chris Maguire, just that little bit of trickery just to take himself free as we move into the last 20 seconds. Long ball forward, headed away by Diamond. Odiambo loses out, and that almost rugby tackling Ryan Jack, but it ball's with Stevie Smith. And that's it. Full-time whistle goes. The Dons get the 3 points. That does take them above St Johnstone, and does mean, of course, that we've a chance of still going on and moving up a few more places. Doesn't make up for the season in any way, shape or form, but good at last to get a positive performance and to see Peter Pollitt score his first of what I'm sure will be quite a few senior goals.
It's good to get the win again, Dave. To do it in such a good fashion as well is good. Is a great thing, because they played really well today. Aberdeen created so many chances. Should have been 2 or 3 easily, but they did their job. They played well. They didn't let the heads go down when they missed all those chances in the first half. Kept plugging away, and there's a great finish. And it's so chuffed for young Peter that he got the winning goal, because he's had a tough season with injuries, but his finish was absolutely brilliant, top drawer. So great win for the Dons, Dave, and takes it into next week, hopefully. Another home game and hopefully another 3 points. And
Derek Young has a 100% record as Don's captain.
Excellent, that's good for him. Not been the best of the week for Derek, but you'll remember that, skipper on the side, and it's a 1-0 win, first win since 22nd of February, Dave.
Yep. Well, we'll be back, of course, next Saturday, and it's another home game, St Johnstone this time, but from Stephen and myself. Final score here at Pittodrie, that's where we are. Aberdeen 1. Inverness Caley Thistle 0. Very good afternoon to you.